Andre Ward vs. Sergey Kovalev 2. A tactical war ends in brutality. On June 17, 2017, Andre Ward and Sergey Kovalev stepped into the ring once again to settle unfinished business. Their first encounter was razor-thin, controversial, and left fans and pundits split. Now, with the rematch underway, both men were determined to leave no doubt. The physical advantages were slim. Kovalev held a 1-inch edge in arm length, measured from armpit to fist, but both fighters were evenly matched in experience. Ward entered the ring with a perfect professional record: 31 wins, 15 by knockout. Kovalev, nearly as impressive, brought a ledger of 30 wins, 26 by knockout and just one blemish. The disputed decision lost to Ward. As the opening bell rang, referee Tony Weeks called for a clean fight. "Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourselves at all times," he said. The tension was thick. Everyone in the arena knew what was at stake. Round 1, high stakes, measured openings. Right out the gate, Kovalev launched a heavy right to the body, a clear signal he would invest early in body work, something he had neglected in the first bout. Ward briefly lost balance against the ropes, and Kovalev capitalized, pressing forward. But Ward responded, snapping a straight right hand that caught Kovalev clean. A minute still remained in the opening round, and both men traded jabs and body shots with sharp intent. It was a close, competitive round, typical for this rivalry. Virgil Hunter, Ward's trainer, appeared pleased, despite Harold Letterman scoring the round for Kovalev. There were strong cases for both sides. Kovalev landed heavy rights to the body. Ward landed a cleaner, more precise right upstairs. Round 2, tactical adjustments. Kovalev began asserting his jab more dominantly, out-jabbing the boxer, which typically spells trouble for a more technical fighter. Yet Ward continued to answer back, digging to the body, landing counters inside, and slipping Kovalev's advances with defensive subtlety. Ward snuck in a left uppercut and a few body shots that may have swayed the round back in his favor. Kovalev's jab, however, remained effective and persistent. Again, it was a razor-close frame, highlighting the high-level chess match at play. Round 3, momentum and perception. The third saw Kovalev increasing his volume, staying busier, and piling up points with his jab. Ward was still landing sharp counters, but Kovalev's forward momentum and activity stood out. Letterman had it 3-0 for Kovalev at this point. Ward was fighting off the back foot, and while that doesn't equate to running, perception matters in scoring close rounds. Still, Ward's sharp counters hinted at something building beneath the surface. Round 4, the pendulum swings. This was Ward's best round so far. His counters found Kovalev cleanly, and his body attack began to tell. Ward started unloading, landing punishing body shots and finding Kovalev's chin with crisp, well-timed right hands. For the first time, Kovalev looked slightly winded, and Ward's confidence visibly grew. Round 5, the body assault begins. Kovalev opened the round well, landing to body, but he was visibly tiring. Ward, always cerebral, noticed. He began digging in with more commitment. Hook to the liver, straight right to the midsection, left upstairs. Kovalev's output slowed and his breathing quickened. He was still throwing, nearly twice as many punches as Ward, but with far less efficiency. According to CompuBox, Ward was landing at a 37% clip, while Kovalev lagged behind, connecting on just 14%. Round 6, Ward takes command. Ward's efficiency continued to rise. He started setting traps, using feints to freeze Kovalev, then countering with sharp right hands. Kovalev landed a few jabs, but they lacked their earlier sting. Ward was visibly taking over, not just on the cards, but in psychological control. Round 7, breaking point. Kovalev's jab still touched Ward, but the American was walking him into power shots. A left hook here, a right cross there, each punch increasingly damaging. Ward's bodywork, subtle yet savage, began to sap the Russian's strength. Harold Letterman still had it 5-2 for Kovalev, emphasizing the Russian's activity and reputation as the heavier puncher. But many ringside felt Ward's shots were more damaging and purposeful. "It's not just how hard you punch," Max Kellerman noted. It's how well the other guy takes your shot, and Ward is absorbing Kovalev's shots better than Kovalev is taking his. Round 8, the end game. Then came the 8th, explosive and unforgettable. Early in the round, Ward landed a monstrous right hand to the chin. Kovalev wobbled badly, his legs betraying him. He tried to hold on, but Ward smelled blood. He poured on a relentless assault, focusing once again on the body. A left hook landed to the ribs, then another to the liver. Kovalev began to crumble. He didn't go down, but he turned, staggered, looked to the ref. In boxing, that's a silent cry for help. Ward didn't hesitate. Another hook, another digging shot to the midsection. Kovalev winced, visibly hurt. Ward pressed. The body assault was ruthless. A final salvo landed with ferocity and precision. Referee Tony Weeks had seen enough. The stop and the aftermath. At 2:29 of round 8, Weeks stepped in. TKO. Ward, still undefeated, had just stopped one of the most feared punchers in the division. And without putting him on the canvas, there were immediate debates. Some felt the stoppage was premature. Others pointed to Kovalev's exhaustion, his body language, and the lack of response. One thing was clear. Ward had made adjustments, executed a masterful game plan, and broke down a dangerous opponent both mentally and physically. The finishing body shots sparked controversy. Were they low? Replays showed borderline strikes, but none conclusively illegal. The final right hand upstairs, however, was undeniable, a fight-changing bomb that started the end. Conclusion. In the end, Andre Ward silenced the doubters. What began as a tactical chess match turned into a physical war, and Ward won both games. He came in with questions hanging over him and left with answers etched in bruises on Kovalev's ribs. Still unbeaten, still the champion. Andre Ward had closed the book on Sergey Kovalev, this time